The system is corrupt. The innate difference between right and wrong fails to exist. Today it is simply a matter of what is right or wrong for the person making the decision. So when all is said and done, there is only one way to actually and truly change an entire system like the one we have today at every level. You have to start from the beginning with a new generation. Your children and mine. You have to teach them an entirely new set of values, a new way of looking at the world and their role within it. You have to mentally breed the corruption out and raise a new generation of leaders on a global scale at the same time. That process begins in something we take for granted these days, something we would never think to look upon as the source of today's problems, and that is also the source of our opportunity. I made my first million by the age of 27. I've traveled the world. I've competed in the most dangerous car races on the planet. I've given more money to charity in the last 12 months than most people make in a year. I've accomplished and experienced more in the past 5 years than most will ever do in 5 lifetimes. The only thing I care about now is changing the world for the better. So over the next 30 years, my team and I are dedicating our lives to disrupting and reinventing the global education system through the Elevation Institute. Simply put, we are going to build the school system we'd want our children to attend, a system that will raise a new generation of leaders and entrepreneurs who will revolutionize the very fabric of our society. Starting at the university level online and then moving down through grade schools with physical establishments, our goal is to have a new generation of schools on all 7 continents in the next 7 years. You know, the University of Phoenix is the largest online university in the United States with over 600,000 enrolled students in 2010. In 2011, enrollment dropped by 30% amid criticism of high debt loads and low job prospects for these students. It's my personal opinion that the University of Phoenix is the epitome of a school which perpetuates the status quo, and within the next 10 years we intend to put them out of business. Revolutionizing the school system isn't a lofty yet empty dream for us. This isn't something we just have up on the vision board and say, you know, we hope we can do this. We've already begun. 2 months ago, I brought on one of the most talented business minds on the planet as the Elevation Group's new CEO. His name is Robert Hirsch, and at one time he was the youngest venture-backed CEO in the United States, and his specialty is helping companies like this one scale on a global level as fast as possible. When we created the vision for the Elevation Institute, he dropped everything to take the helm of EVG full-time. This past month, Eben Pagan joined our board of directors. Over the past 8 years, Eben has created the only virtual company in the U.S. to produce more than $100 million in revenue. His passion is the human mind and reinventing the way people think and learn about the world around them. And when he heard about the vision for the Elevation Institute, he had to be a part of it. In the first quarter of 2012, we'll be in talks with Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal and the primary investor behind Facebook, as well as Tony Hsieh, who founded the billion-dollar shoe company Zappos. Both of them share our agenda. Together, we are going to revolutionize the way our children learn through new online technology that is personalized to every student based on the way their brain thinks and works. The centuries-old, antiquated system of standardized tests will come to an end, and your child will discover the depths of their true potential for the very first time. A new generation of children will be taught the difference between real, wholesome foods and the synthetic cancer-causing fillers that they eat today. They're going to learn about the core human needs and skills when it comes to personal relationships and family dynamics in an age where electronics and technology are quickly eroding these basic skills. They're going to learn how to use their talents to contribute to society as entrepreneurs instead of depending upon the government for handouts or the banks for debt. They're going to learn why right is better than wrong, why freedom is better than slavery, and how profit can be made at the benefit of society and the environment instead of at the expense. They will embody the values that made our country great in the first place: leadership, self-reliance, independence, resilience, perseverance, values that we as a nation have lost sight of over the past 50 years. Ultimately, we as individuals must become the change we wish to see in the world. Collectively, our vision creates the future, and we have a vision for this nation. We envision an America that once again values the inalienable rights and freedoms set forth in the Constitution. We envision a new generation of children who sit down at the table each day to eat fresh, organic, locally grown foods. We envision a school system that teaches students how to become leaders. Students who are empowered with the ability to manage their own money, who understand the difference between justice and bribery. We envision an America where capitalism is once again respected as a badge of honor instead of corruption, and where free markets are the playing fields of honest men instead of soulless machines. But most of all, we envision this country with leaders in Washington who wake up every single morning and ask themselves one question: how can I empower the people of America to become the best that they can be?